What do we have for Aquarius? The star, Aqua, that is your energy right at the foundation of the reading. There's this energy of alignment that I'm picking up for all of you. And I feel that recently, or this is upcoming energy, you've been noticing a lot of synchronicities, and some of these are kind of peculiar. One of the visions I had for you was in regards to you standing in a grocery store and the grocery store clerk being very personable with you, almost to the point where it was kind of awkward. Like you telling the grocery store clerk, for the sake of example, about an interview or something that you're preparing to do. And the grocery store clerk says to you, okay, so what are you going to say, right? Practice on me, right? Almost being like your best friend. And immediately after I had this vision, I started to get this download about your spirit guides using people as vessels to get messages to you, right? So the store clerk, for example. It's one of these kinds of situations, Aqua, where you walk away and you have an answer to a question or you see something from a different perspective. And this is all because of this alignment that's taking place. Some of you have been working towards something, and this is very much about to unfold in your life. Some of you have a decision you need to make that this is also connected to. But whatever that thing is preparing to materialize into your waking life. This is something that you've definitely been putting a lot of effort behind to bring into your reality, Aqua. For some of you, you've been working on this for literally years, and you are on the last lap. But one of the other downloads I got, Aqua, was kind of interesting because even though you're on the last lap and you can see whatever this is here starting to take shape on the horizon line, so to speak, so it's like you can see the outline of whatever this is coming towards you, metaphorically speaking, the divine doesn't want you to run towards it. Instead, slow down, walk towards it, because there's something in regards to this last lap that is going to dictate what this manifestation looks like once you finally grasp onto it. And this speaks perfectly about this star at the foundation of the reading. The star is, well, it's miracle energy. It's you being in the spotlight of your life, whatever that means to you. Whatever vision you've seen for yourself in this life cycle is being represented by this star. Some of you have been grinding away for so long inside this energy, you forgot what you were even working towards. So this is why the divine is asking you to let up off the accelerator a little bit, because this final leg of your journey has some very important wisdom that you need to attain to be able to unlock the blessing the way the divine wants you to unlock it. You know, it's very much one of these energies of it not being about the destination, but more about the journey. And all too often, well, based on my own experience and what I've heard from other people, you don't realize that until you get to the destination. You look back at the journey and you start to have so much more appreciation for it, even though it may have been a grueling path. You start to understand why it had to happen the way it did. What do we have, the sacral, please? There it is. Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy at the sacral. Literally followed what I just said. This is the manifestation that you have been working towards. Whatever it is you've been seeking, whatever it is you've been manifesting is right here. And for a lot of you, this has to do with your passion or some sort of creative venture. I mean, I really think that anything that's in alignment with your purpose is going to encompass energies that utilize your creativity and are things that you're very passionate about. I just heard keeping the dream alive. And I'm also starting to get something surrounding dream killer attacks, which leads me to some of the other downloads I was receiving for all of you. There was something in regards to your connection to source being under attack. I was also getting something surrounding heart chakra attacks and a connection to this full moon. I think by the time you see this reading, the full moon would have passed, but you may have been feeling some sort of strange pressure around your heart chakra, around your heart. Pay attention to this. This starts to happen again. Look at the moon cycles, because I feel like these are kinds of energetic attacks. And the way these are going to show up, I feel, in your everyday waking life are people trying to pull you back into energetic cycles that you've already graduated on from. Things having to do with your past that you're trying to leave behind and release. I was also picking up things regarding some of you having really bad allergies at the moment, just out of nowhere for no reason. There might need to be something in your diet that needs to change. Maybe some of you need to do a fast or a cleanse. These things are all very typical things that you usually need to do when you are going through this last leg of the journey, right? It's very much an energy of preparation, releasing things that don't serve your highest good moving forward. Usually, there's lots of things that need to be sacrificed, not just the people, the places, things, right? All of a sudden, we just feel like there's certain foods we don't want to eat anymore. Things that we were once interested in, we just find boring, or we're feeling called to just try some different things here. This is a very common thing to feel right now. So if that does resonate with you, then go with the flow, okay? Because it's all for your highest good, and it's to prepare you for what's coming in here. I mean, star next to the Page of Pentacles, this is something major, and it's something that you've worked very hard to bring into your waking life. And again, I feel the need to say that this is for people who have actually been putting the work in to make this happen, okay? Faith without works is dead. And I have the Magician on the bottom of the deck. Gemini, Virgo energy, literally turning your visions into reality. Okay, so everything we're saying here is showing up in the cards. What do we have at the solar plexus? Seven of Swords, Shadow, Aquarius energy at the solar plexus. Okay, so this is speaking about these energetic attacks that I'm picking up on, but it's coming up as Shadow Aquarius energy. This is people using your weaknesses, right, to their advantage. But it's also something that you can't really see. It's like people doing things behind your back. It's a very sneaky, underhanded kind of energy, but make no mistake, this is a very deceptive energy, and it's right there at the solar plexus, which is speaking about these energies trying to steal your confidence, trying to steal your power, which is a necessary ingredient to pull through this manifestation. I feel like this is why you're being advised to slow down for this final leg of the journey. I feel like there's some things here that the divine is going to expose to you. It's like you slow down and take in the scenery. There's a confidence here and a knowing that you're going to reach your destination. So you decide to take a kind of scenic route, metaphorically speaking. When you take this approach, it tells the universe that you feel a sense of confidence and a knowing that whatever you're heading towards is already yours. And this approach is what wards off this energy right here and exposes it to you. There's also something I'm hearing in regards to shadow work and you killing two birds with one stone, right? It's like you slow down, take in the scenery, and at the same time, without even really knowing, you're doing some of your shadow work by this new approach you're taking. Very interesting. And what I'm looking at on this table right now, Aquarius, I'm sure all of you can see as well. It's undeniable what's happening here. Here you are, right? The star. Putting all the work in to pull through this manifestation, right? Page of Pentacles, working in combination with the star right here. But then here's this energy behind your back, sneaking away. An energy that you're not even focused on. But they are sure as hell focused on you. The imagery says it all. There's an energy of coveting here. I'm starting to pick up that this could even be somebody close to you that's jealous of where you're going or what you're about to accomplish in your life. Something like this. This is the kind of individual that will try and do things to persuade you or tempt you to get off your path. It's very important that you're very focused right now, Aqua. And although you're being advised to slow down and take this kind of scenic route, this does not mean take time out and step off your path, okay? If anything, you're becoming more focused on your path because you're slowing down. It's like you're looking at all the detail. There's something about the detail of this final leg of your journey. There's wisdom in the details, is what I just heard very clearly. But then there's this snake that's slithering around, trying to stop you from stepping through this portal onto this new timeline. However, this person is so focused on you and what you're building, they haven't even looked in front of them to see what's coming towards them. Oh, and I have the devil right on the bottom of the deck. Unbelievable. Let's switch decks. What do we have at the heart, please? Queen of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy at the heart. So you go from this page to this queen, male or female, it doesn't matter here. But this Queen of Pentacles is now showing us you inside this energy. You on the other side of this energy, so to speak. Picking up something in regards to this snake-like energy, being focused on a part of your journey that you've already moved on from. And the example I'm getting is somebody sitting outside your house with binoculars, waiting to get a glimpse of what you're doing, not realizing that you moved out of that house 6 months earlier. For some of you, it could literally be that. But that's just the example that I'm getting here. It's like your spirit team has led them off of your trail somehow. It's like they still think you're at phase 1, which is page energy, phase 1. When you're actually preparing to step into Queen of Pentacles. Which is practically you bringing this manifestation into full realization. Aqua, now's the time to invest in yourself. You have an energy about you where you're able to spin straw into gold. And you won't have to sell your soul in the process of doing this. And I really feel that this speaks about the amount of time, energy, and effort you've put into whatever this manifestation is here. But this is also going to speak about individuals who are preparing to begin this journey. We're all going to be on different parts of the journey. Some of you are more advanced into it. Some of you are just now beginning. And this is a look into what you can expect. Should you be willing to put all the work in to make this a part of your actual reality? What do we have at the throat, please? 7 of Pentacles. Taurus energy at the throat. Wow. Unbelievable. So now we're seeing you actually receive the fruits for all your labors. There's an energy of reward here. This is your vision now being materialized. So this all tells a story here. And I just heard again, your spirit team has thrown them off of your scent. Okay, whatever that means for you. See, here you are, right? They're looking back here thinking you're still at phase 1 when you're literally harvesting whatever this is here. It's like the divine has just been keeping this person on a kind of hamster wheel, stuck inside an illusion of what they think to be true in regards to you. All of a sudden you pop up somewhere else, fully advanced inside of this energy, completely seasoned, and this person is dumbfounded, or people, whoever they may be in regards to you on your path. And it's very important that you understand, Aqua, that the devil is the thief of time. That's what this is all about. Running out that life clock, stealing those minutes away from you. If you can implement this understanding onto your path and stay very focused on the journey, you have nothing to worry about. But as soon as you allow these distractions to detour you, they've got you right where they want you. See, the whole point here is to waste your time. Wear you down in hopes that you eventually get to a point where you feel too aged out to put in the effort to make this happen for yourself. And we have the Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. There's that manifestation, right? And this is the gamut, the full gamut, from the Page to the Ace. The Queen and the 7 of Pentacles being somewhere in between. What do we have at the third eye, please? Eight of Wands, Sag energy at the third eye. Now we're starting to see the energy pick up. And I feel that this has something to do with what I said in regards to slowing down. I'm actually getting quite a lot of downloads in regards to this. I'm trying to do my best to articulate what it is that I'm receiving here, but you slowing down in your path has a way of throwing the enemy, the snake, off of your scent. It's like they think they know where you're at. But then without warning, something shifts and it's like you step onto a new timeline. But it's as if this enemy is anticipating you being in a certain place at a certain time based on the pace by which you are moving. But little do they know that this was a tactic that the divine used to bamboozle them. Eight of Wands, right there at the third eye. When they aren't looking, your new beginning unfolds. And without warning, you rise to a level where they can no longer access you or even begin to entertain any sort of idea or plan in regards to trying to foil your plans, is what I just heard. This person feels like, well, you know what I've been thinking about throughout the course of this reading is Scooby-Doo. They foiled my plans, right? And this kind of silliness. It's like this is this person's mentality. They think this is like Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine. And it feels really childish, and like this person is away with the fairies, is what I just heard, right? Like they're in La La Land. Like they think you're playing a game with them. I just heard, but this person's just playing with themselves. Okay, let's just keep going here. What do we have? The crown, please. Eight of Cups, Pisces energy at the crown. 7, 8, 8, right? I mean, this goes along with everything we're saying here. Oh, we actually have 2, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8. Those numbers could mean something to some of you out there. Some of you are born in 77. Some of you are born in 88. Some of you were born in 78. But here you are, right? Stepping into this new beginning. Eight of Wands at the third eye. And then here they are, right? Trailing behind, but very far behind, right? It's like, that's you back there. You've already moved on. And they're like, but I thought for sure that I would be able to get here before they did. Something happens and they realize that they've been 10 steps behind you the entire time when they thought they were 10 steps in front of you. I mean, this is very clear. All you have to do is look at this imagery here, right? There you are. You're like, tra-la-la, and then here they are. Something about you moving in silence as well, not sharing your movements or what you're working on here. I mean, depending on what this really is, I would highly suggest that you never do this. Years ago, I used to share everything that I was doing, right? All the things I was working on, all the projects I was working, all the things I was trying to accomplish in my life. And not a single one of those things ever came to fruition. Because lo and behold, as soon as I told individuals what it was that I was working on, and there were very specific people that I would share things with, all the same people, they would do things to stifle my progress. I said in one of the readings recently that narcissists love the 11th hour, right? They love coming through when they know you're about to accomplish something and pull the rug out from underneath you. And I'm hearing for a lot of you, this could even be people you were dating. These romantic connections creating a lot of stagnation and delay on your path regarding your purpose and your mission, what you came here to do. If you have to sacrifice anything to do with your mission, your purpose, your true heart's desires to be with another person, that is not the person you're supposed to be with, okay? That person is being used by the devil to make sure that you don't get to where you're going to. Just like I said regarding spirit guides, using people as vessels, right, to get messages to you, there's dark forces that also use people as vessels to get messages through to you. And then I have Magician again from this deck on the bottom of the deck. So this manifestation energy is so potent inside of this reading, okay? It's right here. I'm hearing, it's like you're right on top of the energy. You're right there. What do we have at the foundation, please? Oh, wow. Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, Hares. So this is Knight of Swords in its negative polarity, okay? This is somebody who's trying to scatter your thought process and that will use deliberate forms of cruelty, however that may show up for you. And see how both of these energies are very sneaky, right? It's like this one looks like they're getting ready to sneak up from behind you. Right? And steal something from you, which is this Seven of Swords here. And these are both shadow Aquarius energies. So again, using your weaknesses against you as a means to steal your power away from you so you don't pull through whatever it is you're manifesting here. This person is very determined. I feel, again, it just depends on what part of the journey you're on, okay? But this person feels like they can definitely pull this off. It's like they know you. And I feel like this message is coming through because it speaks about how, again, close to you this person may be. I'm getting strongly a toxic sibling that's very jealous. I'm getting a toxic karmic partner. Could be an ex. It could be somebody you're with that you're having a lot of problems with. This is something that's probably going to be kind of obvious to you. Okay, if you're in a really good relationship, then this part of the message is probably not for you. And I'm picking up something surrounding a toxic friend, somebody who's kind of, well, they're kind of a loser, okay? Because of this energy of coveting. It's like they're not focused on their own path. Seven of Swords energy. They're too focused on what you're doing. You know, this is this narcissistic energy again. They feel like you succeeding at something makes them look bad. This is really what it comes down to. See, narcissists are very overly concerned about what the rest of the world thinks about them. People that probably don't even care about them in any shape or form, right? It's like these are the people who they feel like they need to impress, which can speak about why they're coming for you. Because you breaking out of this restrictive energy and stepping into your power and purpose, they think has a way of making them look bad, making them look small, making them seem insignificant in the eyes of people that don't even care. This is how a narcissist's mind works. What do we have at the sacral, please? Six of Wands, Leo energy at the sacral. This energy of betrayal is all over this reading. It's like this person is trying to do things so you self-sabotage, so you give up, so you stop trying. But there's also a message here surrounding this individual having a kind of fall from grace on the back end of doing this to you. It's like people are going to see this. People are going to see how truly pathetic this person is. And I just heard do or die. It's like they're all in on trying to stop you. They feel like giving up now would be worse for them than trying to complete the mission that they've set out on to try and stop you. There's just no sense in any of it. This person is living inside some fantasy world of their own making that does not align in any way with the reality of how this is actually going down. But again, I feel that this is the divine doing this. The divine is like trapped them inside a world that they've essentially manifested themselves into. They're living inside a world of horrors of their own making. They are now living their own lie, and they can't even see it, right? Believing their own lies. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? The Hangman, Bifron's, Pisces energy at the solar plexus. Yeah, there's, well, a couple of messages I'm getting here. They wanted you to be a victim, right? To feel like a victim, because they know that if they can make a victim out of you, this would be a form of self-sabotage, right? So giving up on yourself and then getting angry at the world, the universe, getting angry at God, right? The victim mentality. Nothing good ever works out for me, blah, blah, blah. But the only reason why nothing good would work out for you is because these attacks against you worked. Maybe this is past energy, right? Or maybe for some of you, you still have to overcome this. It's going to be different for all of you. But this is also an energy here of you doing a bait and switch, right? So you step into this new timeline and they manifest themselves into that victim energy. They are now a victim of their own making. Need a second to wrap my head around that. It does make sense though, because they've been coveting your new beginning and your path for so long that by default, they have victimized themselves. Why does Aqua get this? Why does Aqua get to step into their power and purpose, right? All of this. They've become exactly what they set out to turn you into. What do we have at the heart, please? Oh, perfect. We'll start here first. So King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag energy, Asmodeus, lust and weak will, right? So this is really speaking about the attempts that they may use to stifle you or to steal the energy and time away from you. And this is connecting me to the sacral chakra right now. So for a lot of you, this is going to show up as these toxic or karmic romantic connections you're in, right? People keeping you trapped with lust, right? Things that they know you have a weakness for, right? Which picks up what I was saying earlier on in the reading about them using your own shadow against you. Be careful of this. This is a test as well, okay? There's always tests. This is never ends, because being that life is always a test speaks about us being in a perpetual state of elevation. We can always go higher. We can always become more evolved. We can always accomplish and do more. That knowing in and of itself should be exciting enough to be able to overcome these lusty attacks or things that maybe you have a weakness for. But if you do feel weak, Aqua, the best way to overcome this is to pray, to meditate, to connect to Source. Because when you do this, it reminds you of what it is you're working towards. See, the whole point here is to try and take your focus off of what you are working on here. And this can also speak about the message we had towards the beginning of the reading about paying attention to the detail of what you're manifesting right now. So you can't fall for these tricks, so you're not able to be derailed. But this energy is all about weakness, right? So be aware. Pay attention to this. Take note of when this goes down as well. This will tell you everything you need to know. Are you working towards something and then in the 11th hour somebody comes through and boom, slips between your fingers? If you can hold on to this message and pay attention, like we're suggesting here, you'll be surprised at what starts to illuminate itself to you about the people in your environment, the people in your life, and or what might be going on energetically around you. Beautiful. Vesaria, clemency and equilibrium, the star. Again, we have 2 stars in this reading. And whenever this card at this exact position matches up with the card at the beginning of the reading, this puts more weight behind the message we're delivering here to you, Aqua. Okay? Because we've just gone through the storyline here, right? Then we've gone through the resistance, which is what these cards represent here, the resistance, what you're quite possibly dealing with, shadow energies, things you can't really see, and then we bridge it out of that shadow energy into the light, right? So these are demons, these are angels. This is a demon, this is an angel. Okay, so we've gone full circle, and now we're going to go into the outcome. There's also a message here surrounding forgiveness, Aqua. Okay, this is a necessary component to this new beginning of yours. And forgiveness comes in many, many different forms. But for what I feel here in regards to your path, Aqua, It's like you're getting to a point in your life where you're thinking back on a previous version of yourself where you weren't as aware, you weren't as awakened as you are now. And it's almost as if you are starting to perceive this older version of yourself in a specific light where you're starting to understand what it means to forgive yourself. You're forgiving yourself because you weren't aware of what you're aware of now. You know, you might be looking back at your past and having to think about some of your missteps, maybe your treatment towards another individual or just anything really that you could have done differently. And then finding a certain sense of peace from within yourself that, well, if that was now, I would have handled myself differently, but I just really didn't know back then. This is a very, very healthy space to find yourself in, Aqua, because it's during these times that you start to realize how far you've come. And you start to understand that everything had to go down the way it did to create the individual you are right now in this very moment. So hold on to the lessons in the knowing that you won't make the same mistakes that you made in your past. You're evolved beyond that. And this is what forgiveness and self is. You have now become this balanced version of self. Equilibrium. It's like there's this calmness to you, Aqua. It's like you have this calmness to your mind in the way you're perceiving your environment. You're paying attention to the details, right? What do we have at the throat, please? Too many cards. What do we have at the throat, please? Wow, Aqua, amazing. The Wheel of Fortune, Raphael. God has healed. Healing heals all disorders, protects travelers, and medical workers. And I feel like this just speaks about the person you're becoming now, Aqua. You're this kind of healer. And the reason why you hold this kind of energy to you now is because you have actually healed yourself. To become the healer, you must heal yourself. And this energy will show up differently for all of you on your path. A healer comes in many different forms, but usually just speaks about something you're engaging with on your mission in this life cycle that brings a sense of healing to the collective, to the world around you. And Wheel of Fortune energy, I mean, there's tremendous gain and prosperity all over this reading. There's this energy of good fortune coming towards you, and this is the byproduct of this vision that you've been holding on to, this big picture vision over your life, actually materializing into your waking life now. This is all connected to your destiny, and this is also representing this new timeline that you're stepping into. And it's right underneath the Seven of Pentacles, so this is something you're building. This is an idea, a creation. It's like you're co-creating with the divine. That's why there's this intense protection around you. As soon as you accept the offer from the divine and step into this energy, you can't be touched. It's an energy of awakening. Exactly what we said right here with this star energy. It's a very powerful reading here, Aqua. What do we have at the third eye, please? Ah, perfect. Six of Wands again. So we have the negative polarity and the positive polarity in a perfect pattern, right? Second card in, second card out. Leo energy, Shahia. God who took evil, longevity, protects against infirmities. Right? God who took evil. You accepted the mission and this protection came through for you. And the Six of Wands is an energy of victory. It's also representing the success being within your reach, just like what I said at the beginning of the reading. It's taking shape on the horizon line. You can see the outline of it, right? You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. This is representing some sort of award or some kind of personal triumph. I feel like it's all inclusive here. And it's like these narcissistic or karmic energies or whatever they are for you, it's like most of them are looking that way, right? Looking that way, right there, looking that way, right? And you're looking this way, right there, right? Right there. See, but this one's looking that way. See, that's the way that they think you're looking, right? It's like you've already moved on from this cycle, right? Looking that way, you're walking that way. You're going in completely separate directions from each other. You're on completely separate paths. They're on the left-hand path, you're on the right-hand path. What do we have the crown to close out for Aqua, please? Oh, wow. Unbelievable, Aqua. Cahathel, Ace of Pentacles, the adored God, divine blessings, drives away evil spirits, rules agricultural production, right? And immediately I'm thinking about this Seven of Pentacles. It's like you're producing something here. And Eye of the Divine, right? Eye of God. Remember we saw the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck earlier on in the reading, and now we get it from this other deck as we close out the reading. There's so much material strength and prosperity in this reading, Aqua. It's actually quite overwhelming. And this is also speaking about whatever this is you're manifesting has the ability to create a real-world impact in not only your life, but in the lives of others. It creates a ripple effect. So stay prayed up, Aqua. Protect your manifestation. Eye on the prize, but also eye on the details. Pay attention to your surroundings and how things are playing out. There's a lot of things that the divine is exposing to you right now. But I feel that if you follow this blueprint that we've laid out for you here today, Aqua, you can't go wrong. This to me feels like a sure thing. As long as you move right and as long as you are actually putting the work behind whatever this is to make it happen, you have nothing to worry about. Aqua, this is the message I have available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find all of my contact details in the description below this video. And thank you for your donations, Aqua. Take care.